Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Greg with Drifter Journey. Jess is behind the camera right now. She's going to help me out with this project. But today we are going to be putting in the Victory 4x4 Chevy Colorado 3rd Gen bed stiffeners. So these will go nicely placed, kind of like so. And then you're going to drill 4 holes on each side and then put it in with the hardware. One thing to note, if you do order these, check your hardware right away because I did get shorted 4 nuts. So I messaged them, hopefully they'll be able to get them out to me. If not, I guess I will be going to the hardware store. But I figure I can get 95% of the project done for you guys, and the last 4 would be self-explanatory. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, purchase anything through our links below. It does help support the channel. And the purpose of this video is to see how difficult this actually is, because their video on YouTube is 9 minutes long, makes it look like it's going to be a cakewalk. But as you know, projects are never a cakewalk. So we're going to do it with common skill sets and let you know how hard it is. So let's get into it. There was another brand of bed stiffeners I looked at. I can't recall. I'll try to find them and put a link below. But they were installed with, I call them plus nuts or riv nuts. But instead of being bolt through, they would be where you drill in and then you use this little specialty tool, which I don't think they even had a tool on their install kit. They had the cheaper way of doing it. But it just flexes out in there, and then you would put a screw into it. I didn't think that was going to be nearly as strong. It would have been much easier to install, but I wanted something beefy, so we're going to have to go ahead and pull the tail lights off. So that's the first step. Got a tool. So you need T20. You got to pull these 2 out. Then I'm going to have to get down below and get the wiring harness disconnected and then pop these off. And I think it's going to be a pain, so let's do it. Oh, I'm feeling old today. So I'm crawling under here, looking for something. That's way down here. That's convenient. So it actually isn't going to, other than the fact that the car's really dirty, it's not going to be too bad.
Oh.
So we're going to be disconnecting the brake wiring. You got this red tab that you need to slide out, and then you push this in and disconnect that. All right. Okay, so get the red tab out to there, since no one gives you good instructions here. Goes out to there, and then right here is this black tab. And that's what you're going to push in. Then you're going to pull out this half. When you push this black tab in, it's lifting a tab behind this. So I couldn't get it with all the dirt, so I shoved a tiny little flathead in to force the lift on the other side and then pulled that out. It's a pain in the butt. Next up is to remove the tail light, which he said there's a tab here and a tab here. You want to pull straight back, and it's going to sound like it's braking.
Fun.
Yeah, and mine's never been off, so probably going to be much worse than theirs. Okay, the other thing you mentioned is it doesn't come straight out like it should. To get down under, you can look for the 2 actual tabs to pop it out. Let's get this one started.
Ugh.
Okay.
I hate that noise.
Ah.
Oh, there's the bottom one.
I got the bottom one.
This is insane. Here you go.
There you go.
I think you're close.
I think I get it.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so next thing we're gonna line this up, this bracket, edge of it, kind of leaning and going right with those. The ribs to the outside, and then we held it in place, marked it with a marker, and got all four. And then if you want, you can measure, and from there on our truck, should be right around 4 1/4. All right, we're starting with an 1/8 inch drill bit. I'm gonna do the 2 bottom ones because I feel pretty confident about their location. It's hard for me to see these when I was trying to dent them. It was moving, so I'm gonna put the 2 bottom, put it in place, and then remark the other ones. Before I smack myself?
No, before you cut yourself on the metal shards. Pretty good.
All right, so next up we did a test fit, make sure that it could go on in all 4 spots, which it did. They did say in the video if you need to ream it out a little bit, do so with an excess bit. I didn't really have to do much. Heads up, when you do through this bottom one, there are some cables down below, so just be mindful of that. And then same thing with your side depth. It looks like it's pretty far out, but I ended up doing the step bit on the side just to make sure I didn't punch all the way through and hit the frame of the truck, or the body I should say. And so now we are using some rust stop with a Q-tip just to paint these metal surfaces, even though I think it's an aluminum bed, so I don't think it could rust, but it doesn't hurt. So we'll just protect that and then repeat the process on the other side. And we'll show you cranking this side down here in a few once this paint dries. Okay, so if you haven't broken these, because some of them might break, you want to have them in the released stage before you push it back in. So just there. This one I don't want to pull all the way off because I think it's snapped in there, but it was jammed way down, and I was able to work it up gently with some screwdrivers and mini ones to get these to loosen. So we're gonna feed this one back in and hope it goes in there nicely. Yeah, right. So feed your wire in, line her out, get that in there. Come on, baby. Okay, 1, 2. That's 1 in the right spot. And 2 in the right spot.
Just hoping for a satisfying click or something.
Yeah, right. Okay. This needs to be over here. Right there. There's 2 little plastic tabs here. You can't see them anymore. They go right in here though. And then we just need to put that back in place and clip it. All right, so we'll reconnect the wire, repeat the process, and then check and make sure all the brake lights work. turn signals and whatnot after wrenching on everything. But yeah, these are in, and I'm cheating because this isn't actually pinned down yet because I need to go get hardware still. But it is real solid. Wasn't super hard to put together. With the Tune Camper on here, I think any extra support is good if you're running any kind of topper. Any weight on it, basically. It's not going to hurt. I don't know how much it's going to help, but it ain't going to hurt. So if you want to tear your truck apart a little bit for a day and do this, check them out. And if you want to do the easier way that might still be a pain, check out the other brand that I linked for you below. Leave your comments. Thank you for watching.